चल हो जा शुरू।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
And viewers, we're getting you some more updates coming in. The flight carrying the bodies of the victims who died in Kuwait fire has landed at Kochi a short while back. The death toll from the fire tragedy has risen to 50. One more Indian national has succumbed in the hospital. And those visuals coming in on your screen from the Kochi Airport, you can see that Pineri Vijayan is also present there at the airport as the bodies of the Indians who died in Kuwait fire have just reached Kerala. I'm going to go across to Ashwin, who's joining us live. Ashwin, this is the live visual where you can see that Pineri Vijayan is laying wreaths on the mortal remains of those Indians who lost their lives in that terrible tragedy.
Yeah, well, yes, 31 mortal remains have been brought out of the Indian Air Force Special Hercules 130th flight, which was then kept for a few minutes for the leaders, the politicians to pay obeisance to. It's a sea of sorrow that is being witnessed in the Kochi Airport, where large number of people, both friends and family members of the deceased, have gathered at the Kochi Airport to receive the mortal remains. But it was a quick and decisive effort that has been put in by the Ministry of External Affairs, that within 48 hours after the incident, the Indian government was able to repatriate these mortal remains as soon as possible and bring back to the shores of India. Now, what we understand of the total 45 Indians who have died, the mortal remains, 31 have been taken out from the Air Force flight to the Kochi Airport, and of that 31, 23 are from Kerala and 7 are from Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu Minority Affairs Minister is already there and making arrangements to transfer them to the state of Tamil Nadu from Kochi Airport as well. One deceased who hails from Karnataka, his mortal remains will also be taken via road. The Kerala government has arranged all the necessary ambulances that has to be there to ferry out, in fact, all these individuals back to their family members. Now, a while ago, the Minister of State, Kirti Vardhan Singh, has spoken in Kochi, where he stated that he appreciated the efforts that has been put in by the Kuwaiti government itself, and praised the relationship that the Kuwaiti government has with India, because of which there has been a smooth transfer and ability of the Indian government to bring back their citizens as soon as possible back to the kin itself. And he has also stated that he is also very closely monitoring the situation of our people who are being treated in various hospitals in Kuwait. And after that, what we understand is that MOS Kirti Vardhan will move in to the Hindon Airport in Delhi. He is supposed to arrive there at around 4 p.m. with 14 mortal remains of citizens who live in the northern part of India, and also which includes Bihar, which includes Jharkhand, Bengal as well as several other places, including Andhra Pradesh, is what we understand. 3 citizens of Andhra Pradesh have also died. What we see in these visuals is the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pineri Vijayan, paying obeisance and placing wreath in front of all these 23 Keralites who have passed away due to this unfortunate incident. The country of Kuwait has 21 1% population from India. The Indian expats contribute to the GDP of the country to such a level they form almost 1/5 of the population. And among this population, the Kerala expatriates are the majority over there. In fact, the fire that took place happened to be in a labor camp which is owned and run by a Kerala expat himself, by KG Abraham, who's a known businessman who had set up his civil contract job over there back in 1970s. Such is the history that the expat Indians have with that of Kuwait. So certainly the Kuwaiti government has also assured that all possible efforts will be put in to ensure that the citizens of India receive all the respect that it deserves, including bringing back the mortal remains. We understand one more person has died in the hospital today in Kuwait. That makes the total death toll to around 50. Now what we also understand is that around 7 people are being treated in who are critically injured are being treated in the ICU in 5 different hospitals in Kuwait as well. So those details are awaited. Around 50 other individuals are with minor injuries and smoke inhalation and all these lung injuries are also being treated in various hospitals in Kuwait. Certainly this is a time where we see a concerted effort, not just by the Kuwaiti government but also by the Union Government of India, as well as a spectacular effort put in by the state government to ensure a smooth transition of the transfer of bodies of the people who have died in this inferno that killed around 50 people 2 days ago.
Right. And Ashwin, as we keep showing our viewers the visuals outside the Kochi Airport, where wreaths are being laid on the mortal remains of those Indians who lost their lives in the fire tragedy in Kuwait. Now they're back in Kerala. CM Pinarayi Vijayan, speaking a short while back, said that they expect Kuwait to offer compensation to the kin of victims. What is the CM saying, and what are the demands being made by India so that these victims and their families get justice?
Well, as you rightly pointed out, there is a wave of compensation that is being done both by the Union government as well as the state government. But today, while speaking to the media in Kochi, just before the arrival of the mortal remains, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has urged the Kuwaiti authorities also to look into this matter and offer fair compensation to the victim's family itself. Now, this proposal was made by a head of a state government, and the state of Kerala holds special interest for the country of Kuwait because since 1960s, a large number of migrants from Kerala had moved to Kuwait and been the heart and soul of the progress of Kuwait itself. In fact, Kuwait is one place where you see a large number of Christian minorities also choosing to make it their home as well for the last many decades. So certainly what we also understand is that the efforts which has been, the request that has been put in by the state government will not, the Kuwaiti government will also pay heed to it as well for sure, because the progress of Kuwait has, the onus of it lies on the shoulders of many of these laborers and contractors and blue collar jobs that Indian expat community have been doing there for the last many decades. So certainly he has also demanded justice be meted out to the family members and a thorough investigation be also be done. Meanwhile, the Union government had in fact left no stone unturned. What we saw that after the Modi 3 government came into power, this was the first job on day one itself. We see the Minister of State moving to Kuwait in a quick manner, and then a consolidated effort, a concerted effort, along with the envoys of India in Kuwait and various other ambassadors of the UAE, all working in tandem to ensure that the people over here, the citizens of India, get relief by getting the kin's remains as soon as possible. So these are the visuals that we see, along with the Chief Minister Minister. We have also seen the newly elected Lok Sabha member from Kerala, Suresh Gopi, also is there. He is also the Minister of State for Culture and Tourism, and he has also ensured that his presence is also there. And the Kerala Health Minister, in fact, has been there for the last over 30 hours because she has been trying to go to Kuwait to help the expat community because the majority of the expats are from Kerala. So the state government felt that a presence of a minister over there would be good, but due to some technical delays and some official, some statutory processes in place that needs to be followed, because of which she didn't get the permission to go to Kuwait. But however, what we see is that she is putting on this effort to ensure that all the bodies reach the kin as soon as possible.
Right. Ashwin, getting us top updates coming in from the Kochi Airport. Those visuals are of the mortal remains of the 45 Indians who lost their lives in the terrible fire tragedy. We also saw that MOS, External Affairs Minister had gone to Kuwait, visited 5 hospitals where the injured Indian workers are being treated. And the Indian who are injured in this incident, they're being treated in the hospitals in Kuwait itself. They will be discharged depending on their health. And the first Deputy Prime Minister of Kuwait has assured India of full support and assistance in the early repatriation of the bodies. And you can see that the MEA has moved very fast, and the 45 mortal remains of the victims has been brought back to India. It's on Indian soil now at the Kochi Airport. Prime Minister Modi had also reviewed the tragic incident, has announced compensation of rupees 2 lakhs for those who lost their lives in the Kuwait fire. CM Pinarayi Vijayan has said that Kuwait should offer compensation to the kin of the victims. The victims hail from different states. Many of them are from Kerala, but also Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Punjab, and Haryana. So the victims come from different states of India, but many of them, majority of them, are from Kerala. Those visuals coming in on your screen, and many leaders have condemned the incident which happened in Kuwait, and they said that these victims need justice and their families need justice. So those are the visuals coming in on your screen at this point of time. And Kerala Minister, Health Minister Veena George has said that 30 from Kerala are undergoing treatment in Kuwait. So many Indian workers, they were injured, many lost their lives, and many were injured. And those injured Indians are going through extensive treatment in the hospitals in Kuwait. So these are the visuals coming in, viewers. And Ashwin, if you're still with us, if Ashwin is with us, let's go back to Ashwin. We see that 14 of these mortal remains will now be moved to New Delhi. And on our screens, we have those numbers for our viewers. Many people have lost their lives, and not just from Kerala. We see that many other states. What is the next plan? Because some of these mortal remains will move to Delhi, and after that, what is the plan henceforth?
What we understand is that at around 4 p.m. at the Hindon Airport, the mortal remains of 14 of the remaining bodies will be brought in, and then from there it will be further transported to various other states. We are also getting information that few more people have succumbed to injuries in Kuwait. It needs to be ascertained, but some of our sources in Kuwait are telling us that there seems to be more deaths. In fact, the total number of deaths of Keralites now is 26, but that needs to be confirmed. These are like primary information. We understand that two more people have succumbed to injuries in the hospital. More details are awaited, but what we can say right now is that in the first batch there were totally 45 mortal remains that were brought in. 31 were dropped in Kochi. The remaining 14 will be taken to the Delhi airport. And from Delhi airport, it will be dispatched to various other states, including Andhra Pradesh, including, as you rightly pointed out, Punjab, Haryana, Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, as well as in Odisha. So that process will continue. Meanwhile, there is a worry on the other side in Kuwait because lots of people have got burn mark injuries. Some of them have had injuries due to the inhalation of smoke. They are being treated, and some of their conditions are not said to be good, which perhaps indicate that the death toll could even rise above 50 as well. And all those details are awaited.
Ashwin is getting us all the details. And Ashwin, very emotional scenes coming out from the Kochi airport, where you can see that it looks like a lot of the victims' families have reached the Kochi airport now, and they're extremely emotional. They're crying. Very emotional scenes coming in right now, Ashwin.
Absolutely. It cannot be expressed, the kind of sorrow that has engulfed Kochi Airport. Kochi Airport can be said that it is in a sea of sorrow, desperation, and people's cry will last there for some time because the extent of support, these people who traveled so many kilometers away, 2,000 kilometers away, a distant land, working in a condition where large number of people are cramped together in small spaces, and to just because they pay, they have a high labor pay, and also because they are able to send back money, and that can run the dreams of many households. This is a phenomena that we have seen in Kerala since the last many decades, and some of them have been there for last 30 years, some of them have been there for 18 years, some of them had just reached a few days ago, and all of them had come with a dream of providing for their family. So such dreams have been shattered, and the loss of a loved one is something that cannot be replaced with any kind of compensation. So certainly what we see over here is the family members. Remember, in a place like Kuwait, 21% of the population are Indian expats, predominantly from Kerala, and there have been it is almost like a family because some of them have been living there for decades, and for them the family members are themselves was living in these labor camps. For instance, in this particular labor camp, 6 floors, 160 people were living together. Now, these people are not linked by blood, most of them, but they have been living together under the same roof for such a long time. So certainly, it is more than just an ordinary friendship, and many of them had just before the tragedy, around 100 people had come back home to meet with their families. Now, all those people are aghast that the people who were sharing the same room with them have died, and they were not able to see them. All those people are waiting in these airports. So it is tears of frenzy, tears of misery, tears of sorrow that we see that is filling up slowly in the airport of Kochi, while the Chief Minister is paying obeisance and paying tribute to all the 31 mortal remains which has been brought out of the Indian Air Force flight, and along with that, other ministers are also there, and it's certainly it's this gloom that has spread across the airport of Kochi, and needless to say, it has been a shocker. Many dreams have been shattered, many people, many hopes have been killed by an unfortunate fire. Meanwhile, the Kuwaiti authorities have looking whether there has been a violation of certain code of labor that is the reason for such a inferno, such an unfortunate event that has led to the loss of life of around 50 people. The death toll may also increase. The work of the Indian embassy, the work of the external affairs ministers still continue. That work that are continuing, because unless every Indian across who are living in Kuwait, unless every hope has been given to them, unless people have been safely evacuated, have they brought back those who are surviving over there in the hospitals, unless all the necessary facilities have been given to them, till then, the work of the Indian government and the state governments will continue. But at the moment, what we can say is that the mortal remains have been brought back in less than 48 hours, and that is a splendid job that has been done. This will certainly heal the souls also who has perhaps they have been not expecting something like this to happen so fast. Normally, this does not happen, but with a great friendship that India and Kuwait government shares, that has certainly sped up the repatriation process in place.
Ashwin is getting us top details coming in. This is an unfortunate incident which took place. And Ashwin, I'm just giving a little background of what happened in this tragedy to our viewers. This was a labor housing facility in the Mangaf area of Kuwait, where at least 45 Indians died and many were injured. And viewers, what we see right now is that the ones who are injured are being treated. Once the incident had taken place, the ambassador of India in Kuwait had immediately gone to the location and the hospitals to ascertain the welfare of the Indian nationals. Ashwin, the embassy is still coordinating with the local authorities to assist the Indian nationals who are still in the hospitals in Kuwait and they are being treated. What is the update as to the injured in Kuwait, and how many people are injured, how many Indians are injured, how many of them are from Kerala? We believe that 30 Indian workers from Kerala are being treated in the hospitals.
What the figures that we are getting from our sources on the ground, there are many volunteers who are looking at these, giving all the assistance to the injured in hospital. What we are understanding is that 7 are critically injured. More than 30 people are Keralites. But what we understand is that around 50 people are being treated also in this hospital. Although with some of them have minor problems, but they are still hospitalized. 7 are critically injured is what we get to understand, and what we also know that there could be, the numbers could probably go up, because burn injuries normally take a lot of time to heal, and any kind of septic nature of the wounds can happen at any point of time. It needs utmost attention. What we definitely know is that the Indian embassy, along with various voluntary groups, including the Pravasi associations, the Expats Association, the Kerala Expats Association, the Kuwaiti Malayali associations, several other similar like-minded associations of Keralites who work for the welfare, along with Norca Roots, which is a state government body that was set up back in 2002 to assist all the non-resident Keralites. They're also working, and the CEO of Norca Roots have also stated that there are some who are critically injured are being treated, and they will be giving further assistance to them in terms of all necessary medical expenses and medical requirements will be met to them. What we know so far is that more people are injured. They are being treated. Some of them, about 7 of them, are still critical, and the details what we also get as unconfirmed reports is that there is at least one more person who have died. The number what we are getting, the latest one is that 3 more people have died. The details have to be known, but that also has to be confirmed. But definitely the toll is definitely above 50.
Ashwin is getting us all the details, and these are all live visuals coming in, where you can see that the mortal remains are being moved right now, Ashwin, and they are going to get transported. We can see that when the mortal remains had arrived at Kochi Airport, we saw the CM, Pinarayi Vijayan, present at the spot. He laid the wreaths on those mortal remains, and now they are being moved. And the pictures of the victims on the mortal remains, on the coffins, Ashwin, those are very, very heart-rending visuals coming in. Everybody who has lost their lives, they have family back here in India, and the family is extremely, extremely shocked at this terrible incident. The mortal remains are being moved to ambulances. Ashwin, if you could take our viewers through where these mortal remains are being moved. One by one, they're being moved to a different location.
Absolutely. The 23 Keralites mortal remains have reached right now. What we understand is that all of them, around 5 of them, died in district of Pathanamthitta, and 4 in Kollam, at least 3 in Kasaragod, 2 in Kannur, and around 3 in Thiruvananthapuram as well. The state government has arranged separate ambulances. That means 23 different ambulances are already there waiting to take each of these remains to their kin as soon as possible, so that there is no further delay. After the politicians have paid their tribute, they will quickly be transferred. All these machineries have been set for each of these ambulances to ensure that the ambulance goes in full speed. A patrol vehicle is also being put along with it by the Kerala police to ensure that they reach different corners of Kerala very, very soon. If you look at the list of 45 Indians who have passed away, we understand that apart from Keralites, there are natives of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra. In fact, Maharashtra, we have Denny Baby Karnakaran, who hails from Maharashtra. And we also have Uttar Pradesh native Praveen Madhav Singh from Uttar Pradesh, who has passed away. We have another person from Uttar Pradesh, Jairam Gupta, who has passed away. From Jharkhand, we have Muhammad Ali Hussain, who also, his mortal remains are in this flight. We also have Anil Giri from Haryana, Himant Rai, who is from Punjab, as well as we have several other people from the Tamil Nadu, as well as Odisha, Santosh Kumar Gowda from Odisha. All these remains are there in these flights. Now, once these ambulances move away, the focus will be on the Hercules flight of the Indian Air Force, which will quickly move back to Delhi, from which these remains of the remaining 14 people who are being ferried in from Kuwait, they will be taken to the Hindon Airport. The Ministry of External Affairs source had confirmed directly to me, to Republic, that at around 4 p.m. this flight will land at Hindon Airport, and further procedures will be done. So certainly this is the process that has been put in place. Meanwhile, the embassies are also looking at the health of the Indian citizens who are back home and giving the best possible assistance to them.